When I came home from the hospital, when I walked in from the garage, I told my wife, I said, I know I'll get better, but if I were not to get better, I'd be retired. My name's Erik. I'm the dad of 3 girls. We're all very active, playing all different kinds of sports. Just a real quick story of what happened to me was in December, I got sick, and it was just like a 12-hour flu. And from that, I developed a terrible cough. And from that cough, I developed some chest pain. I felt like I pulled a muscle in my chest. And so my wife said, well, take some ibuprofen and use a heating pad, and it went right away. And at that time, I was still running and biking and playing hockey. I had a hockey game. At the hockey game, I was feeling a little bit of chest pain, but I figured it was just because of that pulled muscle. And when I got done, I could barely breathe and everything. I took some ibuprofen. It started feeling better. And when I got in the truck, started driving, I started feeling even better. I even stopped and got my kids a Slurpee. And on the way going a little further, I just started coughing really bad and had terrible sweats. And I called my wife and I said, hey, I just feel terrible. My wife's a provider. So I stopped into her office. She happened to be working on that Sunday. In a matter of a second, she ran out of the room, and I asked her where she was going, and she was calling the ambulance because I was having a heart attack. And in that short time frame, I went unconscious. So I don't really remember a whole lot after that. She had to do CPR on me and shocked me a couple times, and which led to a cath. And yeah. Well, funny story, that's actually what my wife went to school for, was exercise physiology. So I had a little bit of an understanding, but the doctor, the cardiologist, recommended it. And with my wife's background, she kind of said, yeah, it's a good thing to go to because you want to strengthen your heart. And by going to that, you have a lot of professionals that are monitoring you in case anything goes wrong. And with me being young, that's definitely one I wanted to do, especially with having young kids. Well, it was a big shock. I was the youngest in the room, but at that point, it didn't matter. They were very welcoming. A lot of people wanted to hear my story and what happened. It was nice to get out and be around people because I was told to take it easy. And for me, it was hard to be still and not do anything. So it was nice to get out and chit chat with people. You come in and everyone says hi, because you always come the same days. I was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, so you kind of got in a routine. And I come at the same time after dropping my kids off at school. So I'd see the same people every day. And so it was nice. And I was shocked, like everyone knew your name, you know. I liked all the exercises they had designed for me. And just when I thought I was kind of getting towards the end, they added on doing weights. And that's when it really was like an eye opener for me. Like, wow, I haven't really done any weightlifting or lifting anything. And that's when I realized, like, whoa, I still got a little bit more work to go. And everyone starts out at, different paces. You can look over and see where they're at. And you get in what you put in. You get out what you put out. I felt like I lost a lot of muscle because I wasn't doing anything at home, and here they put the resistance. You're maybe not going at the fast speed, but you do a lot of resistance. And so when I left here, I felt like I was almost in just as good a shape as I was prior to coming in here because I was doing things that I wouldn't normally do at home, because they have different machines here than I have at home or any person would have at home. Yeah, you can do it at home, but here I felt like I could push myself a little bit more and see, where the line was. It helped me decide how long I needed to be off, because I didn't realize how much damage I had done until you start trying to do that working out. And then you realize, whoa, I really can't do that much. And here, that's where it built me up to be able to go back to work because I did push myself. I'm not retired. I still have the job to return to. Yeah, I'm in my second week back to work. So everything seems to be going good. Yeah, I mean, your heart is your most important thing. So, without a healthy heart, and if you want to be there for your kids or even grandkids, I think it's the right thing to do. Make your life more enjoyable. And it is a very good social thing because everyone that's there is in the same boat as you. So, you can bounce things off and share things. I even had to wear a life vest for a month, and there was a couple people there with life vests, and so we were chatting about that. that's a little safety crutch wearing that thing. And so we were sharing our experiences with that, the ups and the downs. But yeah, I think it's a great program.